This is yesterday's March 16th early look. Keith wrote this one. You'll find that that sometimes Keith will be, typically Keith is the author of the early look, but certainly we do have, guest authors from within Hedgeye and that kind of thing. But the couple takeaways that I want to have you review or kind of focus on is we do highlight the kind of call it the top three or kind of the takeaways of the day. So those are all there at the top. So you can see, so as we kind of scroll down, you'll get a quote of the day, then the key takeaways. We then get into kind of the big picture and that kind of stuff. It's hard for me to read that, so I'm going to pull it up on my side as well. So as you scroll, Genron, just give me 30 seconds. I had it pulled up. Here we go. So sorry guys, let me just pivot here. All right. So so as we get into the big picture, you'll see he kind of gives a little bit of a general kind of intro as to what he's thinking about, and then gets into the nitty gritty, right? So the macro grind. And in this case, he was really, reiterating his top three things that are also delivered within the macro show and the macro show deck. I think, obviously, I hope everyone's kind of reading those top three things in a very deliberate fashion, because again, there's some really crucial takeaways specifically from what Keith was writing in there, and I think that's the big piece from the early look. It's a phenomenal way to start off the day in terms of getting a dissemination of information that is kind of the most important pieces of what one should be thinking about going into the trading day or the day itself. So even if you don't touch your portfolio daily, reading that early look to me really helps block out any of the noise from other news sources and that kind of thing. So yesterday was all about rates, energy, and financials. Obviously, financials have been a big piece of the puzzle here within the in the last week or so. But the other piece too, though, is a reiteration. So if you scroll down, I think Keith was probably the only one that really to write about tech this week. Everyone's so focused on the financials and that kind of thing. So again, this is a brilliant glimpse into where Keith is trying to convey where to look for opportunities, both on the long and short side. And in this case, he's referring to obviously the mother of all bubbles, and NVIDIA and Microsoft and what's transpiring there. So again, I think this is like a really important piece of the early look, is that it's very unique and certainly is likely something that you're not going to be reading elsewhere within the old wall. And then lastly, as you scroll down, you're going to get into levels. So we do provide a number of risk ranges within the early look. So General, if you scroll down there for me, you can get the various levels. So again, those risk ranges are there at the bottom of the page. And then lastly, we get the chart of the day. So that's, yesterday's was around energy. This varies. So again, this is kind of something where we're highlighting something that we find to be very important and impactful, and want to make sure that it's on your radar. So again, make sure you kind of scrolling all the way down. I think those chart of the days are crucially important. And then, just in terms of expanding on the risk ranges as well, just where they are at the bottom there, I do want to kind of, I had Genron kind of pull up the risk ranges from yesterday, where we had a number of trend changes. So we do highlight those at the top of the page. So again, the trend changes are there. ITA went from bullish to neutral. US dollar JPY changed from bullish to neutral, and silver changed from bearish to neutral. So those are really important and we highlight those right at the top to make sure to kind of draw your attention. They obviously, if you're writing these down on a regular daily basis, then you're likely going to be noticing those as well from doing the kind of day over day, week over week analysis. And then General, can you just kind of scroll down to the end there? And I just want to show people where that out bucket is. So all the way at the bottom, you will find the out bucket. So again, any time that a risk range gets kind of removed from the daily ranges, it'll land into the out bucket, and then Keith provides the trend signal there. So whether bearish, neutral, or bullish. So.